Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom review. See by title below, yes, this is on episode 2 of Katsugeki Touken Ranbu. And overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Sure, it wasn't like super exciting, super action-packed kind of episode, but I still thought it was a good episode. It did what it, what it was meant to do, which was give us kind of, more of an introduction for the other characters, fleshing out these characters. That is something that, like, a lot of people don't understand, that you need to have some build-up, some development of the story and the characters before you just get straight into the action. And we did get some action, There was some at the beginning, there wasn't like a whole bunch, but overall I still thought it was a good amount to give us, the first episode did a great job at, introducing us to the world of Katsugeki Touken Ranbu, giving us, a brief rundown of what the main plot, the main story, and the main enemy, who the main enemy is, and everything, and give us some introduction of two of our main characters. This episode, we got more introductions, more fleshing out of the characters, and I like the way they did it. It did it kind of like a nice, everyone having, fun. It's not just like a serious, like, oh, this guy is blah, 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 and he's strong, this guy is fast, and all that, the basic kind of rundowns. They have it in a way where, like, oh, what kind of food do you like? And it definitely changes kind of the different personalities. It gives them different personalities instead of just having like, oh, there's that guy, there's the big guy that's super strong, You have one character, he seems kind of, he's kind of a jokester a lot of the times. He is a lot more free-spirited, than the rest of them. But when it does come to it, he probably, will take action like we saw at the very end of the episode. Plus, I just liked his character overall, just for the fact that, like, a lot of them think of themselves as just objects, as they are spirits of these weapons and everything. And I kind of like the way that he still thinks, like, he's not just thinking like, oh, I'm just an object, I'm just here to do this mission. No, he's there, he's kind of showing that he has his own dreams and he wants to do them as well, which it's kind of a great contrast to our other characters that we have along. The big dude, pretty much, you think he just be a, like, strictly like he's the strongest, he's big, he's probably quiet or something. No, he's actually more of he's one of those big characters that he seems super tough, but he's actually a really nice guy. And it's pretty funny when he's like telling them about his favorite food and he's kind of blushing and everything. It's like, oh, see, I love the different personalities, personalities that are shown in this episode, including the last character, to which of course it's kind of generic in a way, but it's he's just kind of a loner. He doesn't want to deal with anyone. He doesn't even want to tell, his story or any of those kind of stuff. He's here because of certain reasons, and you don't need to know about it, which of course will add on to the story later on when we do see something big coming up for his character probably later on in the future. But overall, I thought it was a pretty good episode. It was a nice, lighthearted episode. It definitely gave kind of that slice of life feel to it, which is kind of weird for this, the series so far. But I thought it was a good episode at fleshing out the characters, giving us some development for these characters, giving them some personalities. People don't understand. Like, I always go in the forums, and it doesn't even have to be about this anime. It could be about several other animes, and for some reason, I do not know why, but people just like, oh, instantly, if there's no action, it was so boring, we didn't need to have all of this dialogue, why did we need this? You need build up, you need development for your characters, you can't just go straight into the action. And then some people instantly, because it's boring to them, they instantly think, oh, the pacing is really slow. It's like, pacing is really slow is probably the most generic way to say something about, not just an anime, a story, any type of story. It's like, just because it's not going super fast and having a lot of action and, all this kind of stuff, people instantly go ahead and say the pacing is slow. And now, while I will say that the pacing may end up being slow, considering I'm not too sure how much episodes are in this season, but if it doesn't say there's only 12 episodes, which means there's a possibility there may be 24 episode kind of season. If that is true, then you have to be okay with these kind of episodes. You want the start to be, giving us the fleshing out the story, showing us development for our characters, and then it builds up to the point where you get to the main story and the action and all that kind of stuff. You can't just go straight into that. You need to slowly build up into it. And I love the way these first 2 episodes gave us introduction for the characters, the worlds, and pretty much fleshing out everything that, honestly, I thought it was, a pretty good episode. It wasn't, you know, like I said before, I'm not trying to hype it up either. I didn't think it was the most amazing episode, but I did enjoy it. You know, I don't think it was boring, and I don't think the pacing was slow like other people in the forums have been saying. But overall, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this episode. It, you know, even though when it comes down to it, like I said, all this kind of stuff, not a lot, you know, happened in this episode. It was, like I said, just mostly to build up and flesh out all of our characters, and then of course the big huge cliffhanger at the very end, which it looks like there will be some crazy action. Looking forward to that. So all you people that have been wanting action, guess what? I'm pretty sure that's going to come in the next episode, and you know, knowing Ufotable, it should probably be pretty damn awesome. Hopefully that it will be pretty damn awesome, because I always love seeing the, you know, the choreography that Ufotable does put into their, you know, action scenes. So that, along with the, you know, great animation that's still continued on in this episode, I can't wait to see how the next episode goes. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, feel like, if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, good, bad, however you felt about this episode. What are you looking forward to the next episode? Whatever you guys want to talk about, feel free to comment below. And until next time, guys, see ya.